Now here I have got one question which was given to me by some student, and this question came in one of the district in HSLC pre-board examination. The question was that if a graph is given like this, suppose this is the graph, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, and you have got three resistances, R1, this is R2, and this one is R3, and this is the R3, R2, and this one is R3. So among the three resistances, R1, R2 and R3, which has the highest resistance, and how would you arrange them in ascending or descending order? Now we know that the slope of this graph, that is y by x, will give you current voltage by current. If I'm plotting here current and I'm plotting here voltage, okay, this side is voltage and this side is current, so the slope of this graph will give me R, that we call as resistance. Okay, this slope, this angle will give us resistance. What it will give us? Resistance. Therefore the resistances are shown here. So how would you find out that which among the three resistances has the highest resistance, whether it is R1 or R2 or R3? Now to deal with this, we have to understand that the angle of this base and this one we have to see. The maximum angle, the line or the resistance which has the maximum angle will have the highest resistance in case the graph is a VI graph, that is a voltage current graph. If the graph is a VI graph, then the slope gives resistance. And the resistance is maximum in the graph whose inclination is where the theta is maximum. You can say theta is max. This angle is higher. So here we can clearly see that R3 angle is maximum. So R3 resistance will be highest. Okay. In the same way, next we have got R2 whose angle is this, and next we have got R1 whose angle is this. So if we arrange this in ascending order, means increasing order of resistance, then it will be least resistance is R1, then R2, then R3. Okay, and if we arrange them in descending order, then it will be R3, which is having the maximum resistance, then R2, and then R1. Okay, so this is only applicable in a VI graph. So mark this, very important. This is only applicable in a VI graph and nowhere else. Understood? So here in descending order, it is first R3, then R2, then R1. R3's resistance is highest. Here. Now if I tell you that the graph is ulta or the opposite, suppose here you have got three resistances again, which is R1, R2, R3, and this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and you have got voltage here, and you have got current here. So this graph is pretty much opposite to this graph. Here we had current here in the x-axis and voltage in the y-axis. Here we have current in the y-axis and voltage in the x-axis. So current by voltage will give you 1 by R. It will always give you reciprocal of R, 1 by R. Understood. So here we have to check which graph is having the least angle here. So here R1 is having the least angle. So the least angle gives the maximum resistance. Maximum resistance. So here R1's resistance is max. Then you have got R2 and then you have got R3. So this is what the question was asking you. So accordingly you arrange it. Now you may be asked then, suppose this is one graph and you have got two resistances here. One is R1 and one is R2, and this is voltage and this is current. Okay. So now tell me which graph or which slope or which line is showing you series and which line is showing you parallel. This question can also come. So you know that in series connection, the R is maximum. Resistance is highest in series connection. Resistance is least in parallel connection. When we connect resistances in parallel, suppose like this is a parallel connection. Okay. Here the total resistance is least. Okay. And if we connect this same resistance in parallel series, here R is maximum. Here R1 plus R2 plus R3, what we will do, and here 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, that we will do. So here you can see R2's angle is highest. The angle of R2, this part is highest. Slope is highest here. So R2 is series. R2 is series and R1 is parallel. R1 is parallel. Understood? So this is the thing that you need to understand. Okay. I hope this question is clear to the boy who asked me.